A quick Friday episode for you guys. So what we've done is we've made some changes with our insurance, our minimum insurance per unit size. By the way, I first got this information from Story King, I think it was, when I did a mystery shop with them many years ago. And all of a sudden, it was when I only had Beverly. It might have been 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And I give a false name and everything. I think I was called Pete. I have no idea. Maybe Pete. I often use Peter or Shane or Sean. And they started telling me about minimum insurance. I was like, whoa. Minimum insurance? What do you mean minimum insurance? And they said you have to have a minimum insurance for the room size. So 75 square foot room might be 3,000. A 50 square foot room might be 2,000 or whatever it was back then. And I was like, oh my God, this is game changing because I didn't have a minimum insurance. All I did was £1,000. And I was like, if I implement this is brilliant because it can make a massive substantial difference in my one site. And so I implemented it and I thought that we'd get kickback from customers. And guess what? We didn't. We had no kickback whatsoever. And so what we're doing now is I've seen a trend because obviously we're doing bookings online now with our new site, Clough Road. And so I've seen the trend that most people will take the minimum. And that is killing our average insurance value order thingy majiggy. And so we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that we maximize as much as possible. There's two reasons. Number one, we want more revenue. We want more money, baby. So we want to take more cash, more dosh. And number two is that it correctly insures their goods. So we're correctly insuring the customer's goods, and therefore, if anything, heaven forbid, does go wrong, that they're correctly insured, and they're not saying, oh my God, it was £5,000 of stuff in that room, and now it's all gone because of a water leak or something, and you've only insured for £2,000, so therefore you can only get £2,000. And who are they going to be mad at? They're not going to be mad at themselves, they're going to be mad at us. And so we've got to take that a little bit out of the equation and make sure that we have minimums. So here are our minimums. Like I said, the reason why we've done this is because I can see at Clough Road, it was going below our £5,000 average. So for me, that is the baseline. We want to be hitting £5,000 average for every single move-in. And the problem is when it's a manless site and when you're not talking to every single customer, you're allowed to do them online themselves, we don't have a chance to explain to them how important it is to choose the correct amount of insurance. So normally, James said it was 99%. I'm not sure it's 99%, but most people will take the minimum insurance, and that's at Clough Road. At Willoughby, we're pretty good at upselling it to make sure they take as much as possible. And so that's the problem. That's the problem we've got. And so to counter that, what we're doing, and by the way, we've already had somebody did a booking. They did an incomplete booking. So I started doing the booking process on Sunday evening. And then on Monday, when we changed it, they actually had to have £1,000 more insurance and didn't batter an eyelid. So because we increased the minimum. Okay, so that's the reason why we're doing it, because I just don't want the minimums. We've got targets, and what's the point of having targets if you don't try to achieve it, or if you're not hitting the target, then you've got to do something about it. There's no point having targets and not doing anything about it, not having internal meetings and stuff. So this is a tweak that we've made that I think is important. Right, okay, so 25 square foot room and 15 square foot room, they stay at £3,000. Angela suggested 4,000, but James said let's keep it at 3,000. So Angela agreed, and who am I to disagree with them two? I would put up to 4,000, but they believe we should keep it at 3,000 for now. So for now, I'll let them win, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so a 50 square foot. Now, the minimum you can have is £5,000 insurance. Previously, it was £4,000 minimum. 75 square foot is £6,000 minimum. Previously, it was £5,000 minimum. 100 square foot is £7,000 minimum. Previously, it was £5,000. Previously it was £5,000 was the minimum. Now, 125 square foot, the minimum insurance is £10,000. Previously, it was £7,000. Woohoo! 150 square foot. Now, this is a big one. 150 is this is one of the things I don't understand here. So 150 square foot is £12,000 insurance, and it used to be £7,000. That's a big bloody jump. That I don't know about this. I'll get to what I don't understand in a minute. A 200 square foot is £15,000 minimum insurance, and it is 12. It used to be 12,000, so it's gone up 3,000. A container. Remember, a container is £160,000, 160 square foot is now 10,000 and it used to be 7,000. I think there's a little bit of mistake here, because why is 150 square foot 12,000 and a container 10,000 when it's more square footage? Don't make any sense. It's almost 10% bigger, and we're more than 10% cheaper for the insurance. So that doesn't make sense. We'll change that straight away. We'll change that to £12,000. Apart from that, everything is right. And what I'll do is I'll keep you updated, because that seems pretty aggressive to me. So the average room rental in our building is just over 75 square foot. And so that means that our average insurance now should be no less than £6,000. Obviously, it'll take time to materialise, because the average at the minute is over 5,000, but at Willoughby. But the problem is that's a whole site. So the new people coming in will be averaging about £6,000. However, it won't update to the site's average, because there's too many old customers on the old rate, and we won't change their prices for the insurance now, because we're already aggressive on price increases. So we'll increase their prices, because we increase our prices 12% every 9 months. So that's pretty fucking aggressive. So we don't want to let the baby out of the bathwater. So this is just for new customers coming in. Okay, so that is it, guys. That's the update. Hope that was helpful for you guys. But I would strongly recommend that you have a minimum. You've got to. It's best practice. You've got to have a minimum insurance per square foot that you rent out, per unit size. It's ridiculous not to. And I learned the hard way. And I promise you, you will earn a hell of a lot more money by doing this. All right, my friends. Love you. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you later on. Ta-da.